Welcome back. With Buffalo Springfield and Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, or even as a solo artist, Stephen Stills has been a major player in the landscape of popular music for the last 5 decades. By the way, he's a Texan. Our Texas legend this time, the great Stephen Stills.
I think it's time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
I didn't realize, and I think a lot of people don't, I didn't know he was a Texan. Now I love him even more.
Stephen Stills I went to see the other night at the Moody Theater, and I'd never seen Stephen Stills. I mean, I'm a biggest Buffalo Springfield fan in the world. I mean, that's when I was first playing in rock bands, and they were my favorite band ever. And of course, Crosby, Stills, Nash. I mean, just all the songs, you know, and Stephen Stills, his vocals, his guitar playing, his songwriting, legendary as it gets, American-wise, American history of rock, pop-ish music that he's written, performed. He was great, man. He looked great, he played great, sang great. He didn't do some of the songs I wanted to hear, but there's so many of them. I mean, you know, how could you? But it was wonderful seeing him. Love him. I think he's absolutely one of the best ever.
I am yours, you are mine, you are what you are. You make it hard.
Stephen Stills, man, I mean, yeah, he's pretty awesome. I mean, you know, from Buffalo Springfield to CSNY to his solo stuff, and then Manassas, and then doing stuff with Neil Young, like, you know, Neil Young, Stephen Stills records. I mean, he's definitely one of the things that was put in my ears at a really young age that just kind of was like, oh, what is this? What's this music thing all about? Why does this make you feel good like that? You know, and he definitely, yeah, I mean, he's a legend, man. You know.
Now witness the quickness with which we.
I think he played acoustic guitar on "Use Me" by Bill Withers. Can you believe that?
Cool.
And he really was an amazing acoustic guitar player, you know. And I think, and that group of all of that was just blows my mind. Those guys that came from, you know, through that was the Byrds and Springfield and all of that. You know, I listened to it a whole lot and kind of doing the country rock thing that had it shaped to what I do, you know.
And you know it will.
Well, I actually watched a documentary. It was about that scene, in particular Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Neil Young, and just that whole vibe. And Stephen Stills was on there a bunch. What an influence he had. When you think about an entire generation, it's not just one song, it's not just one band, multiple bands, multiple records, defining, or a major part of defining the 60s and into the 70s. I think people take that kind of talent and that kind of influence for granted. To just do it once is one thing, but to do it multiple times and with such an impact, man, that's what I would wish for.